Nizam Archibald is a local journalist here in Malaysia, big United fan.
Okay.
So you must really love that as well.
Is there any teams you do like? Every fan we meet, you're like, oh.
No, I think Manchester United. When I was a young player at Bolton and Manchester United were playing at home, I always used to go and watch them. And I think one of my first, when I was a young player, Manchester United got relegated. So in 74, 75, I was about 18. I played against them in the old second division. Must have been Tommy Docherty's side. So I've always sort of liked them, and I thought George Best was one of the best players I've ever seen. And I managed to play against him, and he was past his best at Fulham, but he was still great. So I've always quite liked Manchester United. I got friends with Sir Matt Busby, who I used to see and have a drink with at Christmas parties. We had a mutual friend. So I've always sort of...
You've had a bit of a connection.
Yeah, I liked them. Liked the way they... Especially when I was playing manager at City, Sir Alex, and people forget about this, when he first went to Manchester United, copped a lot of stick. You know, and because I was only, what did I be, 35, player manager. So we had a relationship then, and then when he turned it round, and you know, the rest history was. But whatever you say about Alex, his teams were a joy to watch, weren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always. But it's tough for Manchester United fans at the minute.
All right, let's go meet the United fan himself.
Do it. Yeah. Hi mate, how are you? You good?
Hi, thank you.
Do you want to...
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'll go over there.
No, I'll go
us
over
all
there.
on?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Do you want me over there?
Well, we
So
just
you're a
get...
Man United fan, eh?
Yeah.
Dear me.
How's it
I bet
going?
you can't. I bet you fall asleep watching them now.
Truth is, the last match against Arsenal, I don't even care anymore. Because I just got back from watching Malaysia against Thailand. And I don't want to spoil my mood. So I just,
But you missed a good game.
But you didn't watch that game, but you watched the Crystal Palace game
yeah, I watched the Crystal Palace.
and the other draws as well.
Yeah.
So why is it that they can turn it on against a team like Arsenal, and then when you come across these other teams at Old Trafford, you're like, no feeling.
I'm not sure. It's like they're picking and choosing games to show up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, maybe they have like this mentality that we can win against this kind of teams. So they don't have like that extra motivation compared to when they meet against big teams like we saw against Chelsea. How they like performed really well. Unfortunately, they drew against Chelsea as well.
But what about Man City? They're a bit
Yeah, that's
see
another
it
one.
in the game.
They try to, but still, it's not enough.
Hey, listen, Jose's, we were just chatting there, as a coach, you look at his record, and he's a serial winner. It just, I don't think he looks happy there, and I don't think the players look happy there. And if you remember that derby game, Manchester City were better side, by far. But when you got the penalty and scored it at 2-1, what happened last year where he 2-0 down and got back and won 3-2? I thought he was going to have a go here, but he just sat off. So
It's like
I don't
a
think Jose's enjoying it, and
It's because of these big players like Pogba and all these Martial and all these big names. Is it a case of like Liverpool in that every game? All right, we have to win. We've got to be up there. We've got to keep pace. Man United are so far behind now. When they go and play against Crystal Palace, they're just like, you know what? It's Crystal Palace. And then when they come up against a big side, they know everyone's watching. And they lift their game a bit for it.
well, the 70,000, over 70,000 every week at Old Trafford. So if you can't do it, if you can't get up for that, you might as well pack it up.
Did you ever have trouble motivating your players as a manager for those lesser games?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, don't forget, he changes the team around as well. And I think sometimes players are going to take responsibility.
Yeah.
What's wrong about, like if I'm in the team, if I play well, I'm going to bring the team next week.
Yeah. Do you think it's become a bit hard for Man United to attract top players? It sounds a bit funny because they got Lukaku, Pogba, and Sanchez
a big player.
in January. Size-wise,
Oh, size, yeah.
they're Fred.
I don't think that's a problem. But the problem is, do they attract players because of their name, Manchester United, or because of money? Now it seems like most players who want to come to United now, it's not because of the name Manchester United anymore. It's like just for the money. You see how Sanchez, I know he got to choose between City and United, but if we say that he chose United just because of United,
City pulled out and it got too rich. I think.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
not,
it looked like he was going for sure to City.
But and this is, you look at Jose, great coach, you know, and we're saying, you're looking at Liverpool, they haven't won things recently. Tottenham haven't won things. Whatever you say about Jose, while he's been at Manchester United, he's won trophies. The only thing I'd say about it, I know a lot of Manchester United fans, I live just outside Manchester. If you're a Manchester United coach or the manager, you've got to do with that style, because the tradition that goes back to the Busby Babes. You know, there's always young players attacking football, bold football, and I don't think that's there now. And I think the Manchester United fans feel that, you know, the ones I talk to. So it just doesn't seem as though there's a fit, and that's not taking away anything away from Jose, but who like, let's say he's very pragmatic as a coach. He gets results done. He looks at it. He'll go tight in games, and then like when I've watched Manchester United this season, or they've been best when they've been behind, and they've got to go for games. You thought, they're having a go here.
The Newcastle game, it's such a different United squad in terms of what they were bringing to the pitch. And I mean, if you were Jose and you saw those two things, and everyone you know is watching that, surely this is playing on the back of your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a problem. But to be fair to Jose, you know, there's games where he's side Martial, Rashford, and Lingard, you know, so you're looking at them three and you think pace, attacking, you know, get at people. He's left Lukaku out a few times, and for whatever reason, it just hasn't worked. Now, whether it's he should do it for 4 or 5 games to try and get a bit of movement between them, but then is the creativity enough in the middle of the park? It's
for Lukaku, I'd say it's not that he's not good. He's proven himself in the Premier League. But you can see the difference in Lukaku when he played for Everton and also for Belgium compared to United. The tactical part of for each team seems different compared to what he's having it at United, where he needs to hold the ball more.
Belgium during the World Cup, he was playing on the right and he was running at the defence. Isn't that his strength?
He did that once against Arsenal, Martinez, and he destroyed Arsenal, didn't he? Forever. Yeah, but
He should be facing the goal, right?
Does he look a bit overweight to you?
Yeah, it seems like he's a bit overweight.
As a footballer,
But
he should.
with Everton and also Belgium, it's like he's more facing towards the goal instead of having to hold the ball and bring players to come with him. He has pace, he has the physique, so he should be facing towards to scoring the goal instead of trying to bring the other players to come near him.
With Pogba looking sluggish and Lukaku overweight, I think that's down to the style of football, because if you're a team that counter-attacks or transitions, as we like to say, and you're bombing forward, you're high energy, you're back and forward, your fullbacks are constantly going, it comes naturally. When your team plays a slow tempo, when it's all of a sudden it's, all right, let's go, you can't do it. You get used to doing that style of football, and I think that's what's happening with Lukaku and Pogba, if I'm honest.
So you're blaming the manager?
I am blaming the manager, yeah. I honestly am. 100%.
I'm just kidding. But just going back to that formation and your starting 11 for United, who would you go for?
I go for 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back four of Shaw, Lindelof, Bailey, Dalot, and then the three in the middle. I would like to see Pogba, Fred, and maybe Fred, and also maybe Herrera.
No Matic.
For now, I don't think Matic is quite up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to see these three to play, and then maybe Martial, Rashford, and also Lingard.
No Lukaku.
Lukaku, not now. I don't think so.
Not before as well.
He needs to like slim down a bit.
Yeah.
He needs to stop all eating the Maggi goreng.
How loved was he at Everton in terms of, I mean, all the players that you've had over the years? How loved was Lukaku at Everton?
I thought in big games he went missing. I thought he got goals, and I think if you look at his goal record, it proves that. I think it was once against Chelsea in the cup game where he ran riot. He was superb, but the boy's got undoubted ability and undoubted strength. But I don't see it often enough for me in big games, and even when he was at Everton.
Who's the best big game player you ever coached?
That's all. I always look at. I think if you got big players, they turn up in big games. You know, I always think that because that's why the winners. You know, it's that's what. Listen, it's a professional game. You're in there to make money. But first of all, you got to have an ambition to win football matches. He's the best in the world, and to win trophies. Now they've got a manager who does it there, but you know, it's a struggle for them at the moment. And when you look at the league table from Manchester United's point of view, it doesn't look great. But the manager keeps digging out results.
Come the end of the season, we're going to see him in the top four.
I don't think so. I think.
Do you think it's possible?
I don't think so.
Paul Scholes just said that he thinks it's possible.
No, well, early on in the season, when they were struggling, I still thought a lot of people were saying, you know what, don't be surprised you're in the top four, don't be surprised in the top four.
I think Manchester City and Liverpool are the given.
Yeah.
You know, Chelsea have had a couple of iffy results. Tottenham, Derby game blew out in cold Arsenal, so... But
from what you see...
It's up to Manchester United. I mean, you've got to, first of all, I look at the looks as though the looks of anxiety. But
they're thinking about it too much.
I think when I watch him now, I'm like, you know, I want him to be quicker on everything they do, quicker in getting it forward and passing. Now, have you got to go a bit more, especially at Old Trafford, have you got to go on the front football and play attacking football? Does Jose play safe football? It's a question Manchester United fans.
How long do you think he'll be at Old Trafford? Just say.
I don't see him going out in the middle of the season because right now you know that Manchester United is now like a commercial point of view. They won't sack him in the middle of the season, so they have to pay more. So I think they'll just wait until the end of the season and see where it goes. So
after he's won them 3 trophies.
Do you think, well, what you were saying before about Jose, do you think he wants to stay? Or if he had an opportunity to go Real Madrid or something, he'd say, I'm going? Thank you, sir.
I don't think he looks happy there.
Yeah.
I don't think he looks happy there. But Jose hasn't looked happy for about 4 years. He used to smile a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, when he is a charismatic lad.
I love his press conferences because he'll say like, and Clive Allen was saying this as well, listen, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to mention the fact that my players are not working hard enough. No, I'm not going to say it. But he's already said it in that statement.
And how many trophies have I won?
Yeah.
Brilliant. But he's right.
Yeah.
You can't argue with his record.
There was a nice moment on the weekend with a little kid. Did you see that? So in the middle of the game, he was sitting in his dugout and he looked, and a little kid was looking at him. So he got up out of his seat and he went and gave him a little high five.
He got up.
Oh, he got angry.
And he booted like the rail. So he booted the rail. So I think it frightened the kid. And just a couple of minutes, he must have realised he's gone over to the kid. And it was lovely.
Yeah, it was a really nice moment.
He looked him on his head and the kid was made up, wasn't he? And he had a lovely... And that's great because he, obviously, an experienced coach like him, he feels pressure as well.
So as a fan, you're not happy, but he's also a journalist. So as a journalist, what do you think, of United?
What do you think of this show? Hey, by the way,
he doesn't watch it. He'll
go, Reedy was good, them were the two. Them were the two across there.
Forget about you as a journalist and think about United. This is
don't drop it in the food.
This is a shirt for him.
Brilliant. There you go, sir. Been lovely chatting to you as well.
Get ready, 3, 2, 1.